I had everything planned perfectly. The long run, the recovery, even my mental game was dialed in. But soon as I started, my body just said no. That's when I had to ask myself, do I push through or do I pull back? This moment is what rugged flexibility is all about. Welcome to Miles from Her View, the podcast where we dive deep into the unfiltered reality of fitness, strength training, and nutrition within womanhood and motherhood. I am your host, Kat, founder of Cat Fit Strength. I'm a career strength and conditioning coach, entrepreneur, lifelong athlete, and a mom of 2 active boys. In each episode, we explore the unique challenges and triumphs faced by women navigating the complexities of life. From juggling family and career to prioritizing self-care, we dissect the systems and the habits that shape our health and wellness. Join us for real stories, authentic advice, and genuine conversations as we empower each other to embrace our journeys and find strength in vulnerability. Welcome back to Miles from Her View. Today I want to pull back the curtain on true fitness consistency. But spoiler alert, it's not about hitting every workout flawlessly. It's about understanding that no single workout defines your progress, and it's about showing up day after day, even when things aren't perfect. Let's explore rugged flexibility, what it means, and we're going to dive deeper into it, and also how the relationship with your body is with fitness and how we can move away from that all or nothing mindset. So I'm going to start with a personal story. So it happened this week, and as many of you might know, I'm currently training for my second 100-miler. If you didn't know, I have been running ultramarathons for the last 6 years and really got into endurance running after the birth of my second child about 10 years ago. When you train for these races, it's not just logging miles in that training block. It's months and years of preparation and waking up early and fitting in the training around not only everything I have going on, but my family. Just a few days ago, I had planned, quote unquote, a perfect training day, and I'm in a high training block. So right now I am really focused on making sure my recovery goes well, sleep is going well, I'm getting good nutrients and calories back in so that my run performance stays there, strength training's on point, and really mentally focused on making each run a bit of a race simulus. So I'm focused on how will I feel, what do I need to do, am I feeling properly, etc. In those moments where everything kind of should be lined up, but sometimes things just don't go as planned. What happened was my body just said no. I wanted to push through it, but I needed to walk away from that run. And this is rugged flexibility, is knowing when to push and when to pull back. On top of that training run, the week that I had was a shortened week. Going away with my husband for a family wedding out on the West Coast, so there's a lot to prepare for, not only for the house, making sure my kids, who will not be traveling with us, stay consistent with their routines, everything's communicated to those who are caring for them, then all the things that I need to get done in my business. On top of that, my menstrual cycle was due to come in, which did not help my whole energy and recovery, all of it. So even with everything perfectly planned, shutting it down was really tough to do. The reality is of long-term training is it's not just about that one run. It's about the multiple times I've showed up day in and day out and understanding when I need to pivot. Where does all or nothing come in? Think about when you've missed a workout and that feeling of I've fallen off track or I've fallen off the wagon. You feel like you've blown your whole plan. Or maybe you have a stressful day with the kids or work is chaotic or you're like, I'll just start over Monday. All those things are part of the all or nothing mindset. And it makes us feel like if we can't do it perfectly, it's not worthy doing it all. But here's the truth. Fitness is not about perfection. It's about forward progress and being persistent with that forward progress. If you find yourself in that situation, I have a couple actionable questions you can ask yourself when you're feeling that all or nothing thinking coming in. So number one, what would good enough look like today? That can be hard to answer because it's not about crushing a perfect workout. It's about showing up, even if it means doing 10 minutes of the workout or doing 10 minutes of stretching. That is meeting yourself where you're at and looking at what is good enough for today. Number 2 is, how can I adjust, not quit? So can you break your workout into chunks? Can you focus on something lighter like mobility or core work? Shifting gears does not mean you failed. It means you are listening to your body and adapting. Whatever you have going on in your life, balancing kids, work, your own fitness goals, all of the things that you have going on between maybe a traveling partner, juggling school pickups and sports and managing your career, somewhere in between, you're just like, where do I fit in? Where can I get that workout done? And consistency does not mean, consistency and persistence sometimes gets caught up in like, oh, consistency means I have to show up every single day, or persistence means I need to be full on with everything I do. No, what that means is doing something even if it feels chaotic. It means adapting the plan. So what is the good enough for today? How can I adjust but not quit? Maybe it's 20 minutes of strength training when your kids are preoccupied. It all counts. Or even 10 minutes or one set. It's showing up when you can, however you can, without the guilt when life throws a curveball at you. Here's a mindset shift that helps my clients and has also helped me. Instead of viewing consistency as hitting perfect week of workouts, think about it as majority of progress. So if you show up for your workout 70% of the time, that's progress. The beauty of this shift is it takes the pressure away from perfection and replaces it with something realistic and sustainable. And I want to stress this. Fitness is not about seeking perfection. It's deepening the relationship with yourself, and that means learning how to trust your body. And some days you'll have to take it easy, and other days you'll push harder than you thought was possible. But it's the overall trends that matter. And that is huge. And it is hard because we like to think that if this one workout is not completed, then my plan is blown or my week is blown. But that is not. I want to leave you with this. One workout doesn't make or break your progress, but showing up imperfectly time after time will help progress you. And that is the core of rugged flexibility. It's not about sticking to the perfect plan. It's about staying adaptable, listening to your body, and knowing that your progress is built over time. So if life is currently throwing you a curveball, remember, it's not about perfection. It's about consistently doing the basics, sleeping, moving, nourishing yourself, and showing up even if it's not ideal. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this helps you embrace the idea of rugged flexibility. I'd also love to hear your stories, so you can message me right through the podcast. You can click and just message to me, and that would be awesome. I want to keep this conversation going. Also, if you could subscribe and follow to the show, that would be huge, and even rate it. By doing this, it helps others like yourself find the show.